So, are you ready for a video with one platforming level?
In a platforming game? No.
It's a good one. Also, that guy in the corner over there, we'll see what he's all about later. But first of all, it's time to go to, I think it's supposed to be Route 66 in the 50s.
So we're Hunter S. Thompson now.
So there are a handful of basically illegal street races. Crash has a bike, but everyone else gets to have go-karts. I don't think that's particularly fair, but I don't make the rules.
I don't know if this game knows what it wants to be.
Well, we've already established that Naughty Dog were kind of getting sick of the platforming formula, so I get the feeling they wanted to integrate as many vehicle sections as possible. And if you look closely at the license plates on all the go-karts, the license plates all say 9617. 1996, of course, being the year that Crash Bandicoot 1 came out, and 2017 was the release year for the Sane Trilogy.
Very nice.
I should also point out that when you're on the motorcycle, you do have like a Mario Kart style time the gas button with the clock, and it's actually quite difficult to get first place and get the gem without doing that. I'm going to show that off later. Intentionally handicapping myself there.
That was how short everyone wishes Crash Team Racing was.
Yeah, well, CTR, I haven't played that much of it, but it's apparently quite good. Way better than the driving controls in this game.
G'day, mates. Dingodile's the name, and Ooka Ooka...
I'm sorry, Dingodile?
...is to bring the crystal to them during the Ice Ages. So give me the goods and shove off, or I'll roast yous.
I fucking love Dingodile. He's so cool! And yes, that is Dingodile. He is a genetically modified half dingo, half crocodile.
Alright, okay, at least they're creative with the enemies.
So this is the Ancient Egypt level, Tomb Time. And I think I mentioned before that there was an equivalent to the ice physics in Crash 3. It's the oil in the Ancient Egypt levels.
Aha.
This is also the only level in Crash Bandicoot 3 where you cannot get the clear gem the first time you play through the level. You remember that happened several times in Crash 1 and a couple other times in 2. Mm-hmm. This is the only time that happens. Although it did lead to a bit of an unfortunate mishap when I'm almost finished recording all the footage for this game, and I got to the first ending and it didn't trigger properly, and I realized it's because I was missing the 2 clear gems from this level.
The monkey has apples.
Yeah, of course. They're Wumpa fruit. The Wumpa fruit in the North America European releases, but they were changed to apples in the Japanese version. Anyway, this guy over here, basically his only job is to bring down these slabs of concrete.
So he doesn't attack you otherwise, he just stands there, does nothing.
Correct.
Other than articulate a lever.
Well, he articulates the entire level. We killed him and now the level is breaking apart. Earlier, those were poison darts. They will, they'll kill you in one hit just like everything else. That path over to the left is actually the main reason why we can't get the 2 gems in this first trip. Because we need the purple gem for that. And I think we don't get the purple gem until the next warp room. I mean, I'm calling them warp rooms as if it was like Crash 2 again, but it's weird that, it's all the same, basic construction that...
Same functionality, different terminology.
Yeah. Wrath of Cortex does the same thing, but it's in some kind of like virtual reality hub that is very quickly explained away and then never mentioned again. Well, we'll come back to this level, is what I would say if I actually remembered to record it the first time. I did record it the second time, but using some of the moves from later in the game, so we'll be actually looking at that in one of the last videos.
I feel like that level's gonna have all the really, really premium death animations.
Well, I mean, it's not the only Egyptian level in the game, so we'll see them elsewhere. This is the second and final, unfortunately, level with Pura. Although, thankfully, Pura, much like Polar, comes back as a playable character in Crash Team Racing.
I do believe those were guys with bags of concrete on the Great Wall.
Yeah, these are all lab assistants. In fact, there's something I had forgotten about, like the backstory for this game is that in addition to screwing around with time and space, they're also Neocortex and the other guy that we saw briefly in that opening cutscene, the one with the green face. They are manufacturing lab assistants. Also, you might have noticed I missed a box there. Let's just say I intentionally left these deaths in. Showing the troubles with the hitboxes of the crates that are, particularly, the crates that are suspended in midair. For whatever reason, it is very easy to land on top of the boxes if you jump too high, which I don't want to swear on it, but I don't think it was a collision problem in the original game, though maybe I'm giving it too much credit, but it is certainly the kind of quirk that you would expect from a game where, you know, it's not just hitting a hurt box on the crate, it's, you know, having to physically run into it. I don't know how much of that is in the new engine, but it feels like that's what's happening.
Ported some of the quirks over, but not others.
Well, this is a brand new engine. Actually, it uses... Oh, I keep forgetting the name of it. At one point, I think I said it was Unreal 4. That's not true. It is Vicarious Vision's proprietary engine, the name of which escapes me at the moment. But again, all three games they basically eyeballed the physics because they had access to level geometry, but nothing else of the original game. Good kitty. And now it is time to find out what Dingodile's all about. This is a great boss fight.
That face.
Yeah, I love it. Everything about his character design.
The face with the ears and the coloring and everything, it sells Alligator Dog.
And despite being a walking Australian stereotype, this character is very popular with Australian Crash Bandicoot fans.
Break out the butter.
It is very much the Paul Hogan generic Australian accent.
Dingodile is unique among Crash bosses in that he does kind of follow a pattern, but it's not strictly about his pattern. It's about breaking this barrier that he put of himself and tricking him with his flamethrower. I am so glad they brought back the original sound effect for that.
Actually really clever. Actually very well done. I'm impressed with this one.
Yeah. The trick with getting him to break his shields here is it's more that you have to stop, wait for him to aim his gun, and then run. If you try to bait him out while you're running, you're probably not going to be able to make it in time. That's something that when I was playing this game for the first time and also replaying it in test runs, I had forgotten that little quirk about that boss fight. For both because I hadn't played it in a while, and also for another reason that we'll see in a minute or two.
No worries. You'll soon be up against much worse.
And just like with Tiny, we can dance on his corpse a bit, although we can't move him.
Penguin seems to be enjoying his or herself.
And here is the second power, the double jump.
Aha!
Starting with Crash Twinsanity, Crash gets the double jump by default. You don't have to unlock it. It is, at this point, because it's replicating the physics of Crash 3, it's pretty limited, but it's still fun to use. So here's the PS1 version of the Dingodile fight.
Break out the butter. I'm gonna make toast.
Oh, the tail is awesome, too.
Yeah, so I just said a few minutes ago that I'd forgotten how to defeat Dingodile with the shields, and that's because you could do this. Using the extended glitch jump, you could just jump over his barriers and immediately hurt him. You could also do this with the double jump if you replay this boss fight. You remember the extended glitch jump for Crash 2.
Yep.
So another fun fact about Dingodile, in the original version of the game, he is voiced by William Hootkins, a character actor best known for playing Porkins, the first rebel pilot that dies in the trench run in Star Wars.
Oh my god.
You thrashed me, mate. No worries, but you'll soon be up against much worse.
I believe he was in Eternal Darkness as well. He played Jennifer Hale's grandfather. And he's been in a couple other things as well. There is also a unique animation for not getting first place in the race. As a kid, I always thought these monkeys were throwing rocks, but it's actually their own shit, of course. So if you leave a monkey alive here, they actually do have ammunition, and they do run out. And if you're patient enough to wait until a monkey runs out of ammo, eventually they'll stop, and if you attack them after they've run out of ammo, this happens. I don't understand what this is, what it's referencing, but it's cool. And there's a secret achievement for that in the Sane Trilogy called Your Moment of Zen.
The monkey meditating.
I assume it's a reference to something, but
I'm gonna have to look.
Anyway, it's a golden monkey. There is a separate speedrun category on the Sane Trilogy leaderboards for first golden monkey, as well as I think maximum golden monkeys that are hidden elsewhere. It's one of the joke categories.
Huh. That's interesting.
So that was Dingodile. He appears sporadically throughout the rest of the series.
Oh, good.
And it doesn't really have a prominent role until much later. But he's always there. He's fun to hang around. He's like an anime filler villain that you see every now and again, and you smile when he shows up.